shuttle diplomacy at all levels to diffuse tensions. The growing hostility between Russia and the West over Ukraine conflict seems to be failing, even at the highest level. US President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin held a telephonic conversation for over an hour, but the talks between the two presidents failed to ease the tensions. During the call, US President Joe Biden insisted that Russia will face swift and severe costs if Russian troops carry out an invasion, and that such a step would produce widespread suffering and isolate Moscow. Washington says the call between the leaders has brought no major change in the Ukraine standoff. A White House statement said that the United States remains prepared to engage in diplomacy and is also prepared for other scenarios. Both leaders, however, have agreed to continue dialogue. Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin also discussed the United States and NATO response to Moscow's proposals on long-term international legal guarantees on Russia's security. Now, Russia is seeking binding security guarantees from the West that include a pledge to roll NATO forces out of Eastern Europe and never to expand into Ukraine. Now, Washington has flatly rejected these demands but has offered talks on a new European disagreement with Moscow. Now, the Kremlin said that Russian president told his US counterpart that Washington has failed to make Russia's main concerns into account and that it had received no substantial answers on key issues, that is NATO's expansion and deployment of forces in Ukraine. Call between the two leaders came hours after the White House said that Russia could now carry out an invasion into Ukraine any day, even before the end of Beijing's Winter Olympics. According to reports, US Secret Service, CIA and the Pentagon are said to have received an intel of an exceptionally detailed invasion plan scheduled for the 16th of February. Washington's warnings of an all-out Russian invasion any day intensified weeks of tensions between Russia and the West. Following a frenzy of telephone diplomacy, Kremlin in a statement denounced Washington's statements, calling it peak hysteria. French President Emmanuel Macron too spoke to both Putin and the Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky in an attempt to diffuse tensions, countering United States warning over an invasion. The French presidency said that there were no indications from what Putin told Macron that Russia is preparing an offensive against Ukraine. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is also due to travel to Kiev on a Monday and then visit Putin as European leaders strive to keep lines of communication open with Moscow. Scholz had earlier added his voice to the European pledges to punish Russia with severe sanctions, targeting its financial and energy sector if it invades Ukraine. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.